This situation starts off quiet, almost vague, but the deeper you go, the messier it gets. It begins with Tectone posting a simple message saying he already misses his chat and that the next few days are going to be long. On its own, that doesn't say much, but it immediately raises questions about what's going on behind the scenes. Then things take a turn when Pinkchyu speaks out. She posts that she's holding back from saying everything publicly because the situation is now in the hands of the court system. She claims that a video circulating, referred to as a TBYS video, was planned and manipulated by people who have allegedly been harassing her illegally. She doubles down again shortly after, calling it a smear campaign against victims and saying she's already been sent evidence, but is choosing to let things play out legally. At this point, what was just speculation suddenly becomes something more serious. Legal implications, harassment claims, and accusations of coordinated attacks. And then the situation escalates even further. A viral post starts spreading, claiming that Ms. Keefe said Tectone could be going to jail for escalating the situation despite there being a protective order in place.
I think Tectone is going to jail. Because I already know these things. So yes, I knew about these things. And I knew about these things because it's pretty fucking obvious from the beginning that Tectone was involved, which would go against his protective order completely. And Tectone would be seen as smearing Pinkchyu's word, which is exactly what this video did. It has 500,000 views. And look at the comments. He's mad equal he's guilty is such a disingenuous thing. 6,000 likes. Dates and OnlyFans girl, things go wrong. You think? Who would have guessed? Imagine my shock. This guy just completely makes a narrative, and I hope Pinkchyu sues this guy. I really hope she sues him for the video that he made on her, because it is complete and utter slander, and it is just defamation, and it is just disgusting. He worked 1,000%. It will be shown, I'm sure, over time, that he worked with Tectone, and that he worked with people, whoever it may be, because this was very obvious from the jump, and Tectone is an idiot that just can't let people, he just can't lose, or he doesn't want to lose. And it's crazy too, because like Tectone straight up admits that he grabbed her, and this guy's just like, yeah, she's basically, this video chat is like she's an OnlyFans, and that she did a lot while Tectone didn't really care, and therefore she won.
Funside is heavily backing Pinkchyu. They're pointing to what they believe is repeated behavior from Tectone, claiming there's already a pattern of him referencing her publicly despite a supposed protective order. Some are saying there's a lot of evidence and that this could genuinely have legal consequences if proven true. Others are framing it as obsession, arguing that continuing to talk about someone in that situation crosses a line. But then, on the other side, you've got people questioning everything. They're asking whether this is actually a legal violation or something being exaggerated online. Some are confused about what the court case even is, whether it's about a protection order, defamation, or something else entirely. Others are outright skeptical of the smear campaign claim, saying they've mostly seen criticism of Tectone rather than coordinated attacks against her. And then there's a third group, probably the most cautious, who are basically saying this has gone beyond internet drama. They're pointing out that once courts and legal claims are involved, everything changes. Speculation, clips, and social media narratives don't always reflect what's actually happening legally. So instead of picking sides, they're waiting to see what comes out officially. Pirate Software seems to have fired his mod team.
Making this video right now, and no, it's not because it's a pirate video. I'm not going for the sarcasm route here. Pirate Software's crew, more specifically his first mate, that being Kronos, his head moderator, and the rest of his mod team have either been fired or jumped ship. And in doing a bit of research, there has been some very interesting details that have come out surrounding this mass exodus slash firing that has just gone down. Like Pirate apparently calling Kronos a parasite, as well as the rest of the moderation team seemingly starting to jump onto the Pirate Software hate train. We had some sleeper cells from Quaker Nation infiltrate the very public Discord that Kronos has himself, where he hopped into a voice call alongside a lot of the other mods who seemed to just be chatting, and it seems that they were having some conversations in regard to their tenure working for Pirate Software, and I would say the negative aspects of that, which are going to become very apparent.
Kronos must have some absolute insane pirate secrets, by the way. Can't wait for it all to leak. If I remember right, Kronos was a mod that quit his job to mod full-time shortly before the Managem incident. I'm sure he has some kind words about Pirate Software, lol. Pirate also convinced him to start streaming and tried to grow his stream by gifting subs from an alt account, claiming Kronos told him to do it. I wouldn't be surprised he changed up his stance and claimed it was payment for his work, and that was how he wanted to be paid. Also, I'm pretty certain Pirate uses viewbots, because even after all the drama he is still somehow pulling 2,000 to 3,000 average viewers, which seems high still for the kind of streamer he is. I wouldn't be surprised if he suddenly decided to not pay his mod, or decided to pay him less because of his viewership drop-off, because he probably doesn't have that many real viewers/subscribers. Probably trying to justify that since his stream isn't making as much, and he was investing his money into building a ferret sanctuary that he tried to gaslight them into thinking they shouldn't be paid or be paid less, when a lot of them depended on modding for living income. It all kicks off with XQC making a pretty common take. PC gaming is better than console, because instead of brushing it off, Janksy fires back hard, and his angle isn't about performance, graphics, or specs. It's about simplicity, sharing in the following.
You have millions of dollars. Buy a computer.
Yo. Hey, bro, it's not LARPing to viewers. I play games on PC, asshat. I prefer console, bro. Always have,
Why?
always will.
Explain why. Explain why. You have less
Bro,
frames.
it's easy. You just turn on the game and it works. I hate PC. Oh, you gotta download Steam and download the gigabytes of the data processor. And what's your graphics card? And I have a 1-inch. I don't want to play on PC, bro. I want to play on console.
And as soon as that clip started making rounds, the community split exactly how you'd expect, but with a bit more intensity than usual. You've got one group firmly backing console. Their argument is pretty straightforward. PC might be more powerful, but it's also more complicated. They point out things like setup time, updates, troubleshooting, and even the risk of messing something up. For them, console wins, because it's reliable. You plug it in, and it works. Then on the other side, PC players push back hard. They're saying the whole PC is complicated argument is outdated. According to them, launching games is just as easy now, and the benefits outweigh everything else. Better performance, cheaper games, upgrade options, and more control overall. Some even go further, arguing that switching from console to PC makes it obvious pretty quickly which one offers more long-term value. And then there's the middle ground. People who've used both are basically saying they understand Jinxie's point about convenience, but still lean PC because of flexibility and performance. Destiny scores a top 0.39%, global result in tone discrimination memory test.
Okay. Okay. Come on. One more good one. Let's go. Oh my God. Give me that 49, baby. Give me that 49. It's on like JonTron. My God.
Erob mixed up his wives.
And River, oh my God, you've asked me to watch this show with you so many times. So many times. I've never watched it.
Eric, I've never once asked you.
What? You never asked me to watch this? I was there, you asked me to watch this. You asked me to watch the other show.
Rest in peace!